Hey, it's Erika. We're going to be checking out TABLO and RM Stop the Rain. I am so excited to be checking this out. I always love it when you have like artists that kind of always like frequently collaborate with either like TABLO or like Epic High. I really like that. I think it just, I mean, obviously when there are the collaborations, like they're always just like, who is it this time? You know what I mean? And they always slay. It's always so good. But when you kind of get like frequent like collaborators, it has me excited. It has my body ready. So Stop the Rain. I'm excited. Probably gonna put me in some feels because of TABLO, because it's a rap monster. Just kidding. Nah, I'm dude. But sometimes I say rap monster. You know, old habits die hard. But I'm excited to be checking this out. So yes, you know what it. Thank you. Is it much more like a visualizing? This is cool art style. They both love the rain. I will say that. The art style is cute. Okay. TABLO. RM.
I'm all in. What a losing hand. Teachers call me rebel. Parents call me lost. Pastors call me devil. Had me kneeling at the cross. Since I was a youngin', I was called names and bossed around. Back to the wall so long. Call me pain's poster child. Religious home times were different. They told me I was gifted, but to unwrap my mind was wicked. I was raised by guilt, raised by shame, raised by the rod.
Oh wow.
Love felt like heartbreak to me. Later they say, baby, all your scars are to teach and remind you you can soar higher. What good's a bird's eye view when you're in a hunter's crossfire? Sometimes I wished I got crushed in the womb, turned to dust in the womb. My scent of youth and ungodly perfume. No wonder I've always hated the adults in the room.
He's falling like his knickers. And he crossed it out in the lyrics. Because what's the thing? He flew towards the sun, got too close, and he fell and died. But very kind of like classic TABLO type of track. Bars are there, like so hard.
When I was a kid, I was convinced that I was destined for the 27 club. I'm 29,
oh, wow.
Sinking in the bathtub, sipping gin, looking for another club. All the lust was a lust, dust into dust. Stray after stable, dash it up to your dirt. And every night I put my shadows on. But you know how much I hate my status quo. I know what you gotta know, my life is out of love. All the lessons learned already coming out of trust.
Keep my mind steady, but it's hard to readjust. Nothing stops time, but the clock will turn to rust.
Pain and rain, this will stay the same.
Got me looking for the exit just to entertain. Pain and rain, think I'm going insane.
Gotta turn off my phone. Can't run away from the pain. I feel like I'm gone insane. Bad thoughts feeling on my brain. Things swimming inside my face.
2 seconds, I'm falling into nothing.
Can't run away from the pain.
I'm trying to stop the rain.
I'm trying to stop the rain.
I do love how they sort of included the lyrics that might have been written but didn't work and it's crossed out.
I'm trying to stop the rain.
That way you can fully get the meaning of like what they're doing. I really liked it. I think the art style for the animation was just like so cool. I thought it was like so sick. And then obviously it's very like very like easy or very early on, the kind of like, again, the fall of Icarus. And how that may translate to respectively both their careers, you know what I mean? You sort of, you know, like it's very interesting, but it's very much like, it's like so TABLO, you know what I mean? And stuff, and a lot of this sort of like concept and this sort of sound is very present within like Epic High stuff, but I really love how it is just like TABLO and RM together for like a cool collaboration. I really liked, especially because what was their last one? All Day? Was that them? Was that the last one? Because that one was just so like good vibes, you know what I mean? But I almost feel like I haven't seen this side of it was All Day, yeah. this side of RM in like a while. You know what I mean? Like I said, Rap Monster a little too early. A little did I know. But I thought it was just like really, really cool because like sometimes it is just like when you are like the gifted student, you know what I mean? Or you have like all this potential, all this promise, but like your teachers don't know what to do with it because you know what I mean? But then like no one else around you knows what to do with it. So like kind of like what do you do? It's a struggle because you're supposed to seek the help of like adults around you and stuff, but like what happens when they don't know how to handle you, and not necessarily in a negative way, but they may not bear the capacity to be able to deal with it, and you're just sort of kind of like left there. And when you do have it like out there and stuff, and then it is like this high, and then you're kind of going like too close to the sun, what happens? You fall down, you know what I mean? But I really did like it. I think the lyrics are like amazing. It's a fully English track. I do love the display of the lyrics within the music video, especially them being like handwritten, and again the words that would be like crossed out. You know what I mean? You can't stop the rain, you can't stop the pain. You know what I mean? In a way of like you can't control the rain when it comes, when it leaves, how long it stays. It's the same sort of metaphor for pain. You know what I mean? And I really like it. I think that it's an interesting contrast with just like rain and like. When I think of Icarus, obviously you think of fire, think of the sun, you know what I mean? So I think that's also a very interesting sort of like contrast because it puts out fire, water. So I think it was really good. And then I really, really liked it. And I mean, it's like, especially, like, it's not like I expected from TABLO. But it's because sometimes I don't even know what to expect sometimes, you know what I mean? But like there's definitely like once you sort of like know an artist and you know their music and stuff, you sort of like are kind of like I expect like the bars to come through so hard and sort of make me question, make me reevaluate my life, you know what I mean? Which TABLO for sure like definitely did, and he always has like been very vocal about his struggle within like religion and stuff, and especially I really like it because it's such like a true and honest like perspective of it, you know, or at least I find it to be. So definitely seeing how it definitely plays into here is very interesting to hear, you know what I mean? And again, like with RM's lyrics, like I felt like I haven't seen or heard that side of him in like a good minute, you know what I mean? Because again, he talks about like the brand is be positive, you know what I mean? But like that's not necessarily what made BTS popular, or was much more about like when they started to get more popular, their concerts weren't about loving yourself and happiness and dynamite and butter, you know what I mean? Cause girl, we was in the trenches back then, the trenches with them. We were right there with them in the trenches. But like a lot of BTS songs very early on were not necessarily. You can't look at it as being like the same concepts of like it's not like two sides of the same coin or two sides. Yeah, that's what it is. Different sides of the same coin. I don't know. In a way, like it could be seen as like the same messaging. You know what I mean? By like light it up like dynamite or like love yourself or whatever. But like from like a much more sort of different like perspective of it. Like not like negative or sad or depressed. Maybe it was. But like tomorrow is just like a new day, and you just have to kind of like get through the day. The promise of tomorrow is just like a new day. You know what I mean? Like you kind of have like that, like say like tomorrow, and then let me think of one from like the Love Yourself era. I don't know. I can't think of like. I'm trying to think like Love Maze, Paradise. You know what I mean? Like in a way, you can definitely see as those being kind of like very similar within concept, you know what I mean? But obviously very different sort of executions, you know what I mean? It's almost just like one comes from wanting you to feel better versus one is much more like how you feel with those emotions, you know what I mean? I don't know, honest teenage angst, there we go. But yeah, so I really liked it, and I think the lyrics for it are just so great and powerful and meaningful, as are all of TABLO's works, as all of RM's work, and just seeing them collaborate together, it just makes sense, and it's always made sense to me, you know what I mean? And I really, really quite enjoyed it. So, enjoyed it in the relatable sense, I guess you would say. Because I always feel weird being like, I enjoyed the depressing, sad ballad, you know what I mean? But then I'm just like, nah, I like it. It's relatable, you know what I mean? But yeah, go to your thoughts and comments down below what you thought about Tablo and RM Stop the Rain. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you liked me and you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Want to see my videos the second they come out, hit that notification button. Want to follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, threads, in the description down below, or at the end screen. If you like gaming content, I have a gaming channel. It's called Erika. Currently playing Batman Arkham City and Assassin's Creed Shadows, so hope you can join me over there for that. Thank you so much for watching. Excuse me. Love you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.
What we doing here?